Good morning, families and friends of Cleveland Early College High School class of 2021, and welcome to our commencement exercises today. Please join me in welcoming to the stage a member of the class of 2021, Cameron Berry.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Cameron Berry, and I will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated.
Cameron, you can go back this way.
Okay.
So good morning, family and friends of Cleveland Early College High School. I'm Dr. Chandria Smith, the head of school of Cleveland Early College High School. Commencement ceremonies always bring such joy, and what better time to come together and celebrate than the graduation of these amazing young people after 13 or more years of hard work and education. Now, today is special for so many reasons. First, because high school graduation marks movement from adolescence to adulthood and symbolizes a newness in life. And second of all, students persevered and made it here today despite the added impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Seated in the audience are the individuals who together form the quilt of support that covered these students throughout the years. This day would not be possible without, first of all, our parents and guardians. You've guided, loved, disciplined, and nurtured each student on this stage while simultaneously making sacrifices so that each of our scholars could be here today. To the never-ending circle of support, also known as our families, whether by blood or by choice, immediate or extended, you also play a vital role in each student's success. Thank you for being there for each scholar and helping to mold them into the amazing young people they've become. To our truly committed staff, who has worked tirelessly to help each student make it to this day, thank you for the times you answered emails after work hours, extended assignment deadlines, poured out your hearts and taught with conviction. Thank you. Your commitment to each one of these scholars is admirable. Each year, I mention a group of individuals who I like to call our behind-the-scenes heroes. This year, I want to not only highlight this group, but thank many of them for being the frontline workers for an entire year and for helping our operations move smoothly in the midst of unprecedented times. They often go unnoticed, but play a major role in each of these scholars' education. These are all of our maintenance workers, security, food service personnel, and additionally, we'd like to thank our finance partners, central office staff, and other personnel that indirectly play a role in making each of these scholars great. Thank you. To each student sitting in front of me, your ability to navigate the bumpy roads of this past year, your desire for greatness, your motivation, grit, and desire to reach your personal goals, coupled with the support of each person or group named, is what got you here. We know you had many sleepless nights, long work shifts, moments where it was difficult to balance a full load of college-level work and honors courses, but you did it. We are proud of you, we support you, we love you, and even better today, we celebrate you. So on this outside in front of me is a stage of abundance of excellence. Each student in the class of 2021 completed at least one advanced placement or College Credit Plus course at a local college or university. All of the students also applied to and were accepted to a college or university. Let's give them a hand for that. I want to take a moment to recognize some very special accomplishments. If you have received a full scholarship to the college of your choice, please stand. Thank you. Students in the audience who have between 3 and 29 credit hours in College Credit Plus, please stand. Thank you. If you've completed between 30 and 50 College Credit Plus hours, please stand. And if you have completed 50 or more College Credit Plus hours, please stand. Congratulations to you. Thank you. I also want to take a moment and recognize our scholars who, while enrolled in Cleveland Early College High School, also earned an associate's degree from Cuyahoga Community College by way of the High Tech Academy program. Please stand at this time and be recognized. Thank you. One of my favorite quotes and one most fitting for today comes from the late, great Dr. Dorothy Height. And she said, "Greatness is not measured by what a man or a woman accomplishes, but by the opposition he or she has overcome to reach his goals." If I can leave the class of 2021 with any message, it would be to never settle for mediocrity. You have accomplished many great things, but don't rest on the celebrations of the past. Never become okay with just good enough. Continue to shine and be the world changers we know you are. Never dim your light for anyone. Don't shrink or apologize for your greatness. When the ebbs and flows of life frustrate you, face them head on and keep moving. And in the words of the late great rapper Tupac Shakur, remember one thing: through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it. Class of 2021, you've got this. The baton has been passed to you. My question to you today is, what are you going to do with it? And I already know the answer. You're going to run faster, strive harder, live wiser, and dig deeper than anyone whose shoulders you stand on. We believe in you. And on behalf of our school community, I want you to know that we look forward to seeing the amazing things you will accomplish. Remember, striving for excellence is not an option but a mandate. And also remember that you are a part of an amazing legacy, the Cleveland Early College High School legacy. This world needs you, so go forth and be great. Live your brilliance. Congratulations on behalf of our staff and our faculty of Cleveland Early College High School. Thank you. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished guests who will share a few words with our graduates. We will start with our Mr. Eric Gordon, the Chief Executive Officer of Cleveland Metropolitan School District, followed by the Honorable Robert M. Hurd Sr., Vice Chair of the Cleveland Metropolitan School Board, and then we will have some other guests after that. Thank you.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Let's make some noise for them. I want to first welcome our parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunties, uncles, friends, family. Congratulations for getting your young person, your young man, your young woman right here today. Give yourselves a round of applause. You deserve it. I also want to ask all of our educators, our John Hay Early College educators and other district educators to please stand. And I want to particularly thank our educators this year for getting our young people through this unimaginable pandemic. Please help me thank our educators who just did an amazing, amazing job. So class of 2021, when I came to Cleveland to start working in Cleveland schools, you were in preschool. You are my kids, all grown up. You didn't know you had another dad, but you do. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of dad advice before you head on. So I want you to do two things for me. One is I want you to stand up and turn around and face your families. Just right at your seat, stand up, turn around, and face your families. Should never let me get off the chain. All right, so I'm going to give you two directions. Families, this is going to be a great photo moment. Two directions. I want you to do exactly what you hear. The first is I want you to put your right hand as high as you can, straight up in the air. Right hand in the air, straight up as high as you can. Your other right hand. Okay. Now, on the count of three, I'm going to give you the second direction, and I want you to do exactly what you hear. 1, 2, 3, go higher. Yeah. Do you see how high they went when we gave them that second one? Turn around and have a seat. I'll tell you why we did that in just a moment. Here's the second thing I want you to do. And it's the last, I promise. Close your eyes, and I want you to listen to the next sound that you hear. Families and friends, this is the sound they need to hear. I need you to stand on your feet and yell your baby's name. Start celebrating this class. Get up, make some noise. Let them hear your love. Let them wash over their bodies. Let them hear it. Let them hear it all the way back in the building. Let them hear it all the way home. That baby you born, my preschooler, that middle school child, they made it here. One more time, that's not all you got. Come on now. Feels good, doesn't it? One more time, let them hear your love. Let them hear it. So let me tell you why we did that. I know, even with all the accomplishments that Dr. Smith just told about you, I know there were points along the way that you thought, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be able to finish that class. I'm not going to be able to pass that test. I'm not going to get this diploma. I know you thought it. Worse, I know that people along your journey have told you you shouldn't be here because you're black or Hispanic, because you're a woman, because you're Muslim, because you're part of the queer community, lots of other becauses. But here's what I want you to know. They are wrong. They're wrong. This diploma that you're about to pick up has the same graduation certificate in it that every single student in Ohio is picking up right now. So, what I hope for you, what I wish I could do for you, as my preschoolers all grown up, is make sure you never doubt yourself again, that you never play that tape, that when you're in college, you don't say, I can't do this, I'm going home. I hope for you that you won't meet the haters who tell you you're not allowed to live here, you're not allowed to work here, you shouldn't be going to school here. I can't do that. But what I can do is remind you of this day. So when you start playing that I can't do it tape, when somebody tries to get in your way, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to remember the sound and the feel of that love that just poured over you, and then I want you to stand up and go higher. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Every year I say I'm not going on after Eric Gordon. And every year I have to go on after Eric Gordon. You can't hear me? We'll fix that. You can hear me now. Yeah, there's a commercial like that. You can hear me now. So I'm going to be brief because I know you didn't come here today to hear me, but I want to recognize the three legs of a stool that I often talk about when it comes to education. I look at education as a three-legged stool. That stool is stable as long as those three legs are the same length, the same strength, and the same distance apart. Those three legs of that stool are represented here today. One leg is the graduates today. The other leg is family and friends. And the third leg is staff and educators. And if either one of those legs are too short, too weak, or out of place, what happens? That three-legged stool falls over. Today is a testament that the three-legged stool concept worked. And what you see here in front of you is the fruition of that three-legged stool. I want to congratulate our students, leg one, our families and friends, leg two, and also our staff and teachers, leg three. Congratulations, and God bless you all.
Thank you, and please join me in welcoming to the stage Mrs. Janoris Hurd, who is a member of the Cleveland Early College High School Advisory Board, with congratulatory remarks.
Good morning. You all look so beautiful and awesome out there. And the energy out here is simply great. Again, my name is Janoris Williams Hurd. It is my pleasure to have been a part of the Early College Advisory Board since 2011. And today I'd like to say to you, on behalf of the advisory board, first let me ask, is there any other advisory board members here? Okay. On behalf of the John Hay Early College Advisory Board, I welcome the family and friends. I thank Ms. Smith, all of the staff and teachers, and for those staff who are not able to be here today. And I say to you, you're my babies too. You're our babies too. I didn't have the pleasure of seeing you all last year because I used to be in the building all the time. But you're our babies. I am proud of you, just as the advisory board is and will continue to be. I love you and I appreciate you. And even though you may not know me, it does not matter because we are all family. So I want you, as you move forward, to keep the faith and continue. Even if you have not done it, begin to do it as you continue to connect with your families and friends. Believe in a higher power and stay connected because you need it. And though you do not know me, you can still call me. I'm here for you because you're my family. Be blessed, be safe, be well, and you're certainly going to be successful. May God continue to bless each and every one of you.
Thank you. Please join me in welcoming the salutatorian of the class of 2021, Bria Middleton.
Good morning, everyone. Honestly, it took me a long time to find the right words for this moment. I just kept thinking, I want to mention my class, I want to mention my family, I want to mention my school, my dreams, or something, because that's all the safe topics I could think of. Plus, I feel like that's all the reason why I'm up here. But I figured I would want to be real with myself and you all. Y'all may not know me, and y'all may not care to know me, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to my message because my message may resonate with you. Whoever you are, I want you to know that you can do whatever you want. The trick to life is to do what you have to do what you want to. Honestly, there's no way around this. People will try and convince you there's a million ways to get there, but there's nothing wrong with taking the lonely road, or the boring road, or the traumatic road to make it in life. It's all subjective anyways. So while this may be a win for me, it could be a win for all of you too, because you have a family member who did what they had to do to make you proud. And now they can do whatever their heart leads them to. This is the beginning of a new chapter. Thank you. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Nina Abercrombie.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm your 2021 class valedictorian, Nina Abercrombie. I'm going to try to keep this short, but I do have some personal thanks to give. I want to thank my parents first and foremost, who put up with a lot of my antics over these past few years, but also kept me on track for the most part. I would literally not be standing up here today without them. I would also like to thank Ms. Sloan, Mr. Monick, and some other college professors that are unfortunately not here. Miss Sloan had the luxury of hearing me ramble about movies and facilitated me through many a questionable art assignment idea. She had to, on one instance, watch me for weeks cut up tiny pictures of movie posters and glue them on a whiteboard for the sake of art, so big shout out to her. Also, Mr. Monick was as good as an AP chemistry teacher could be when the bulk of the education for the course was cut off by a pandemic. I learned so much in his class and actually enjoyed a science class for once. I also want to thank my many English professors at Tri-C, but especially Dr. Bruce, Professor Malam, and Professor Hill. Dr. Bruce formed such a good foundation for all of my college writing. I was really engaged with my work. Professor Malam led such illuminating discussions on plays that I have never heard of and has supported me so much over this past year, even outside of class. Professor Hill has really helped reignite my passion for creative writing and has given me so many tools that will help me become a better writer and peer to my fellow students. I would also like to thank my close friends who stood hearing me rant about a grade or who endured a lot of unfunny videos and memes or movie references they didn't understand. I appreciate you all for tolerating me. Now for the class of 2021. A year that sounds foreign, far away, someplace sterile, and possibly straight from a Black Mirror episode. Are we way off? Well, judging by the sea of masks that I'm facing right now, I don't think we're veering too far off course. What has this meant for the class of 2021? Kids who were kindergartners during a time where Katy Perry and Lil Wayne dominated the charts. Seems just like yesterday. But enough pop culture references. I'm here to give you a soppy spiel using such words and phrases such as unprecedented and life-changing. I'm here to remind you of the things that you are reminded of every day when you step outside, 6 feet away from people, may I add. And when you hear someone cough and immediately tense up, but not in the way you used to. I'm here to remind you of how your children were robbed of essentially half of their high school experience and now have to sit several seats away from people they were probably air drinking from only just a year ago. Although this speech is about every single one of the beautiful people in front of me, it's also about the time, people, and experiences we have all lost throughout the year or so. You've probably heard many speeches, read many an op-ed, or email, or even a text message regaling the past year's events. But it would be a disservice to all of us and to those we have lost not to at least mention it. Just last year, all of these students in front of me were gearing up to finish their last semester of junior year, which is already quite a daunting and stressful time, but dropped in the middle of all that anxiety was something they never could have predicted. COVID threw a wrench in important sports games, clubs that were just on the rise, trips, activities, and programs that all of these students were invested in. It threw off the course of everything, and what we all expected would take a few months until we would start regaining a sense of normalcy has still taken over our lives a whole year later. Half of their whole high school experience was taken away, and some have incurred great loss during this past year, and still got up every morning to sit through a Zoom class, cameras off, maybe partially asleep for half of it. The majority of us weren't even familiar with Zoom before a year ago, and now has become a regular fixture in our day-to-day lives. I know many of us have met and gotten close with a number of advisors and mentors through Zoom alone. These advisors have put so much effort in ensuring that all of us would have somewhere to go after high school. I want to personally thank Mrs. Dunn, and Ms. Henderson for inciting some bit of initiative within me throughout this whole college admissions process, and for helping a multitude of students in front of me do the same. The teachers also had to adjust to a whole new teaching style. Teachers who were used to their usual class engagement had to address a sea of black screens and try to maintain a sense of class involvement. For the teachers that adapted as well as they could and tried to bring over that personal in-class feel, you did the Lord's work and are continuing to do so. We tend to frame the brunt of the academic struggle during this time on the students and the students alone, but all the professionals who studied for years to teach an in-person class now had to work hard in transferring that knowledge to a medium that they had little experience with. This isn't to say that COVID took up all of our high school experience. Whether it was through a Zoom class or a 7-hour school day, these students worked hard. They worked hard when having to memorize minutes upon minutes for speech dialogue for Dan Cliff's class, or when they had to create a PowerPoint for the kite runner for Heben's class, or when they worked as groups in Vernasi's class figuring out the sequence of DNA. They've had honors classes, AP classes, and college classes that they had to manage to juggle, as some commuted from this lovely campus down to Tri-C or the Cleveland State campus. Some had soccer practice, basketball practice, wrestling practice, track practice, and the like that they had to rush straight after class and work for hours in order to gear up for their games, matches, and meets. Some participated in after-school programs like HPAC, the environmental club, and the like that they were leaders and active members of. Some worked hard, some worked, some babysat for younger siblings, Some went to the MLK Junior Library to study with friends or to go to the Impact Program. There was never a time that these students weren't doing something to better themselves or the lives of others. Regardless of the grades these students received, they worked hard. Juggling clubs, grades, and other household responsibilities is no easy feat. The fact that they are sitting here, attending this program today, is a testament to their drive and their will to succeed. They may have done so with the push of incredible teachers, faculty members, sisters, cousins, mothers, and fathers, but the one who pushed them to go farther was none other than themselves. Being valedictorian does not set me a league apart from my peers. Grades do sometimes represent the work that these students put in, but it only means so much. At the end of the day, these letters are only letters, and what a student took from a class and what they learned is not reflected in that single printed letter. School is partially about the math, English, science, or history we learn, but it's also about the experiences gained. These students have created relationships that will stand the test of time. They have learned lessons from teachers that will carry them from job interviews to parenting. The lessons learned within the walls of this building reach far beyond simple academics and all spell out the possibilities and capabilities of these students. To quote one of the best living artists of this generation, Rufus Wainwright, "Go or go ahead and surprise me. You all are going to lead interesting lives, and I can't wait to see it." Thank you. As the class valedictorian and a graduating member of the class of 2021, it's my pleasure to share with you the bio of this year's commencement speaker, the Honorable Sandra Williams, United States Senate. State Senator Sandra Williams, who represents Ohio's 21st Senate District, is currently serving her second term in the Ohio Senate. Senator Williams is a native of Cleveland, Ohio, where she attended Cleveland Public Schools. She holds a bachelor's degree from Cleveland State University in political science with a minor in criminal justice, a master's in criminal justice administration from Tiffin University, and an executive master's in business administration from Cleveland State University. She is also the recipient of an honorary doctorate degree from Tiffin University. In addition to her senatorial duties, Senator Williams previously served as the vice chairwoman of the Cuyahoga County Democratic Party and as an associate professor at Cleveland State University. Senator Williams has spent more than 3 decades in public service as a corrections officer, probation and parole officer, mediator for the state of Ohio, legislative aide, and state representative. She also served our country as a member of the United States Army Reserve and was honorably discharged in 1995. This General Assembly, Senator Williams serves as ranking member of the Senate Energy and Public Utilities Committee, Senate Workforce and Higher Education Committee, and Senate Ways and Means Committee. She also serves on the Small Business and Economic Opportunity Committee, Transportation Committee, Corrections Institution Inspection Committee, Joint Committee on Agency Rule, Ohio Power Sitting Board, and Ohio Tuition Trust Authority Investment Board. As a prominent member of the Democratic Party, Senator Williams has built bipartisan relationships with lawmakers in Ohio and throughout the United States. During her time in the General Assembly, she has made strong efforts to improve access to economic development opportunities, such as improving contracting for women and minority contractors, as well as working to expand job training opportunities for Ohioans entering the workforce or transitioning into new fields. Senator Williams was a joint sponsor of legislation that renewed the Ohio Third Frontier Program, which is dedicated to assisting the growth of diverse startup and early-stage technology companies. She secured funding for Cleveland waterways projects such as the Cleveland Port Authority and Land Studio Irishtown Bend project. Her championing of initiatives that revise criminal sentencing and reentry laws remove significant barriers to employment, providing a second chance for ex-offenders to allow them to become productive citizens. She spearheaded the passage of Ohio's Lupus Education and Awareness Program and led the charge to restructure the Cleveland Municipal School District. She also proudly supported Alana's Alert, which requires schools to contact a student's parent or guardian if the student does not show up for school within 2 hours of the start of the school day. Senator Williams has focused on passing legislation that set the foundation for stronger schools, increased learning opportunities, and a brighter future for Cleveland's children. As the former president of the Ohio Legislative Black Caucus, Senator Williams focused on initiatives such as promoting quality education in the African American community, voting rights, decreasing inequalities in health care, increasing opportunities for minority business enterprises, and improving racial disparities in the criminal justice system. Working closely with Dan Gilbert's team, she successfully negotiated an agreement that ensured African Americans businesses receive 20% of all construction contracts and a percentage of goods and services at Cleveland casinos. She also secured 20% of construction contracts for an Ohio State University hospital project that led to Cleveland and Northeast Ohio businesses earning millions of dollars in contracts. As a part of LLBC's commitment to higher education, she created the LLBC Scholarship Fund, which provides scholarships for Ohio students. Senator Sandra Williams has an outstanding record of community service and is a true stateswoman. Finally, Senator Sandra Williams is a part of the Ohio Democratic Women's Caucus, NAACP, Black Women's Political Action Committee, Top Ladies of Distinction, the Improved Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks of the World, and the Olivet Institutional Baptist Church. Again, please join me in welcoming to the podium the Honorable Sandra Williams of the United States Senate.
Thank you, Nina, for those kind words. I truly appreciate it. To Dr. Smith, CEO Gordon, to the CMSD school board members, to the faculty and staff of the Cleveland Early College, friends, family, and most importantly, to the students of Cleveland Early College class of 2021 graduates. Good morning, Hornets. Once again, my name is Sandra Williams. I am the state senator for the 21st Senate District. I am a candidate for mayor of the city of Cleveland, and more importantly, I am a proud graduate of John Hay High School. It feels so good to be back at my alma mater, where I first dreamed about a life in public service. As bright-eyed as I was here at John Hay, never did I imagine that the people of Cuyahoga County would elect me to represent them in the state legislature, first as a state representative and now as a state senator. My story is similar to yours. I was raised on the east side by my mother and father, who made their journey to Cleveland from Alabama in hopes of a good job. My father died when I was in grade school, leaving my mother to raise me and 6 other brothers and sisters. When I was growing up, my mother made me promise her one thing, that I would get a good education, because she and my father struggled to take care of us. So I worked and I worked and I worked, and I walked across the graduation stage here at John Hay. I earned my bachelor's in executive MBA from Cleveland State University. I earned a master's in criminal justice from Tiffin University. Through all of that schooling, I never lost sight of my mother's wishes to get a good education. At each one of my graduations, I said, how long is this speaker gonna talk? I always wanted to know that question, because all I wanted to do was get my degree and go and celebrate. So since I'm the only person standing between you and this high school diploma that you all have worked so hard to achieve, I want to let you know that I will be brief. First, to the parents and guardians, I know that you are proud as I am. Congratulations on your achievements. Being a parent or guardian is tough, sometimes thankless. If you don't hear it enough, you will hear it from me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your sacrifices. You have provided the love, the inspiration, and support necessary for the successes that we are here honoring today. And I can just say I'm so proud of you all with all of those college credits that you all have. You make me so proud to be a Hornet. You have set the bar high for our future generations by emphasizing the importance of education, community, and perseverance and courage. To the faculty and staff of John Hay, you have always been world class. It has come to my attention that the Cleveland Early College High School was recently ranked among the top 25 schools in Ohio, as well as named a top U.S. high school by U.S. News and World Report. Now that is exciting. What an amazing accomplishment. I hope that each and every one of you truly understand how the choices you have made in your lives have helped guide these young people to their goals and sacrifices, and you will not go unnoticed. Now to the graduates. On behalf of myself and the residents of Senate District 21, I congratulate you. This is not just a celebration. It is a stepping stone for each and every one of you to step into the next chapter of your life. I remember not so long ago, maybe a little longer than I hope to admit, sitting in one of those chairs as a new graduate of John Hay High School, ready to take on the world. I was a little nervous, a little scared, I was eager, and a little unsure of what I was really going to do. So today I want to leave you with 3 things I wish I would have known when I was graduating high school and venturing off into the world. Number 1, never quit learning and seeking an education. Now it's my turn to echo the words of my mother and encourage each and every one of you to get as much education as possible, to build upon the foundation laid here at Cleveland Early College and reach for more. Education looks like many things, whether you choose to continue to go on to college, enroll in a trade school, become an entrepreneur and work for yourself, join the military, or go right into the workforce. The opportunities in this world are endless. Education and knowledge gives you control over your life. Education gives you options and the ability to lead a life of contribution. Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. If you want to change your world and the world around you, please never stop learning. Never stop seeking to know more. Number 2, expect to be successful in whatever you do and accept nothing less. You must be willing to put in the work that others aren't willing to do to get what many only hope to achieve. This means that you have to try hard to keep your commitment to others and your commitments to yourself. Go after whatever you want, but make sure you give it 110%. Be sure that whatever you're doing to get there, your expectation for yourself is success. Number 3, be kind to yourself. Be good to you and see how everything around you starts to change for the better. Kindness is inexpensive, and so we often give it to everyone else but ourselves. Now, failure and obstacles are inevitable when we are chasing our dreams. Failures are coming and they are going to be hard. The most important part about failure is how you react, how you bounce back, and how you move forward. When you take risks, you learn that there will be times when you succeed and there will be times when you fail. All are both equally important. Learn from your failures because you will know what not to do next time. And I know because I've had many failures over my days. Keep trying until you get it right. Never give up. And let me take a point of personal privilege here to say, be mindful of who you are surrounding yourself with. If you're hanging out with people who believe your dreams are unachievable, then it's time to make new friends, and you will find those haters. Remember, every woman and man is the architect of their own future. The world is bigger than Cleveland, so take some time and travel the world. Talk to people outside of your comfort zone, people you don't normally associate with, and expand your horizons. And finally, enjoy life. So if you don't remember anything else I said for the past couple of minutes, I want to make sure you remember this. Never quit learning, plan to succeed, and you will succeed. Be kind to yourself. Thank you again for having me here today. I look forward to witnessing and hearing all the great things that the Cleveland Early College class of 2021 are going to do. And let me say this. When I was a student at John Hay, and I see one of my classmates back there, we called him Ping, but it's your security guard in the back. I was a member of the basketball team, the volleyball team, the track team, and the drill team. So I'm going to close with what we used to say to our rival schools. And if you know the chant, please join me in it. We used to say when we used to go after Glenville and Collinwood and all those schools, yes, we are the mighty, mighty Hornets, and we don't give a hoot about who you. Yes, we are the mighty, mighty Hornets, and we don't give a hoot about who you. Congratulations, class.
Good morning. My name is Donna Lee, and I am the Cleveland Early College High School Guidance Counselor. I would like to introduce the seniors who are members of the National Honor Society. Please stand when your name is called. Nevaeh Larkin, Cameron Berry, and Catherine Rivas. National Honor Society members, please be seated.
Good morning. My name is Nancy Dunn, and I am the College Now Top Scholars Advisor. And on behalf of the Cleveland Foundation and College Now, I'd like to recognize those students who are part of the Top Scholars program. They are Nina Abercrombie, Cameron Berry, Diamond Bodison, Erica Hawkins, Adriana King, Nevaeh Larkin, Mariah Lynch, Bria Middleton, and Xavier Rice. It's been a pleasure working with you, and it's so glad to see you in face-to-face instead of through a computer screen. You may be seated.
I would also like to introduce the Cleveland Early High School Top 10 Scholars. Please stand when your name is called to be recognized. Nina Abercrombie, valedictorian. Bria Middleton, salutatorian. Abigail Mondragon, Cameron Berry, Skylar Albright, Nevaeh Larkin, Zoe McLean Farrell, Marissa Modafferi, Amarian Young, Mariah Lynch. Cleveland Early College High School Top 10 Scholars, please be seated. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Chandria Smith, Cleveland Metropolitan School Board Vice Chair Robert M. Hurt Sr., and CMSD School Board member Kathleen Valdez to the podium to certify the graduating class of 2021.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta do something real quick. So students, actually, right before we do that, we have a special guest that's here, and we want to call them to the podium. And we have Miss Yvonne Pointer and other representatives, and we'd like to call them to the podium for a special presentation for one of our scholars. Good morning, you're welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to interrupt your program. In 1984, my daughter, Gloria Pointer, was murdered on her way to school. She always wanted to come to John Hay High School. So since 1991, we have been giving out the Gloria Pointer Scholarship. And this year, our recipient who will receive $2,000 in Gloria's name is Diamond Dealina Bottomson. So we want you to know we appreciate you and your family. So all that Gloria didn't get to do, we pray that you will do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pointer, and congratulations, Diamond. And now for the time we've all been waiting for, Ms. Valdez will go ahead and begin certifying the graduates. We've got her right here.
Principal Smith, class advisor, and faculty, do you attest to the fact that these students here have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study prescribed by the Cleveland Early College High School, the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the Ohio Department of Education?
I certify that all the students in front of me this morning have met all the education requirements of the state of Ohio and the Cleveland Metropolitan School District and have passed all the required parts of the Ohio end-of-course exams. These students are now ready to receive their diplomas.
Now, by the authority of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, the members of the Cleveland Early College High School Class of 2021, the diploma of the Cleveland Early College High School, along with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Now, parents, we want you to take your time and celebrate your students. Scream as loud as you can. You do not have to be quiet. They work too hard for this. So we want to make sure that you get a chance to celebrate your scholar. The valedictorian of the class of 2021, Nina Abercrombie. You can go over there. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Nina. The salutatorian of the class of 2021, Bria Middleton. Abigail Mondragon Zambrana. Cameron Berry. Skylar Albright. Nevaeh Larkin. Zoe McLean Farrell. Stop right here. Marissa Modafferi. Amarion Young. Mariah Lynch. Savion Al-Jalil. Aaliyah Jayshana Alexander. The photographer's this way. Mohsin Ali. Kamal Amin Al-Kiali. Jayla Marie Austin. Jayla, stop right here and look at the photographer. There you go. Lyric Elise Barnhill. Photographer. Right there. Lacey Siobhan Beard. Diamond Bodison. Demario Sanchez Branch. Deasia Marche Carter. Jemiah Clark. Tiaja Nicole Collins. Emmanuel Isaiah Custom. Marvin Emmanuel Zahuri JJ. Jordan Douglas. Treya Gray. There's the photographer. Deja Greer. Amir Deshaun Gunn. Jaden Davion Hardnick. Isabel Grace Harper. Erica Hawkins. Ashley Hayden. Stop right there, Ashley. Kyle Alfred Jackson. Adriana King. Daquan Legion. Trayvon Lint. Shayla Michelle Lofton. Armel Lundy. Faith Angel McGregor. Tariana Marie McLemore. Look right there. Malika Murray. Uzamaka Oranago. Naira Parker. Ashanti Raven Prather. Ariel Reese Connor. Xavier Rice. Catherine Yasmin Rivas. Naya Lachelle Roberson. Tajane Sheree Robinson. Lugan Rodney Ross. Stop right there. Najeli Yvette Santana. Hold on one second. Jordan Renee Shelton. Right here. Stop and take a picture. India Simmons. Demariana Smith. Kayla Marie Spivey. Deja Deanna Steele. Ashanti Stevens. Tashanae Shantae Summers. Jamisha Terry. Zanita Thomas. Hold on, Zanita. He wants to take the picture. Open it up. Benson Tran. Trinity Lachey Vaughn. Karina Varian. Tiana Williams. Amir Wilson. Barrick Wilson.
grab Aileen's?
You want to read this last part?
You want me to grab hers or leave it?
Yeah, you can grab it.
I forgot there was a close.
Right here.
Okay. On behalf of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Mayor Frank G. Jackson, and Chief Executive Officer Eric Gordon, I wish to congratulate the men and women of the class of 2021 and their parents and families. God bless you all.
May the class of 2021 please stand. Yeah! As a symbol of our graduation, class of 2021, please join me in turning of the tassels from right to left. Please also join me in our first official act of alumni and display your alumni medallion designed by CECHS, class of 2013 graduate Kim B. Wynn. We now proudly take our places among the John Hay alumni. Congratulations.
Thank you. Will all members of previous graduating classes of Cleveland Early College High School please stand? Along with all alumni present today of John Hay High School, please join me in welcoming the Cleveland Early College class of 2021 as the newest alumni members. At this time, will all friends, family members, and supporters of the Cleveland Early College High School class of 2021 please rise along with the John Hay alumni in the singing of the John Hay School alma mater. So at this time, we are going to begin our exit from this area. We ask that all family and friends please remain in your seats until the scholars are able to make their way to those steps behind us to take their final picture as a class. Once again, on behalf of Cleveland Early College High School, our faculty and staff, we want to thank you for joining us for our 2021 commencement exercises. Thank you so much and take care. You all can follow behind the students.